I preheated my pan, which is very important. As you see, when I pour the oil in, it starts to break up or reduce or separate. That means the pan is nice and hot. It is important to preheat your olive oil in your pan, because what happens is when you add anything that you're cooking or sauteing, it literally sears it and it seals in the flavor. Very similar to Asian style cooking in the Asian wok. Okay, I have my mushrooms and my olive oil is hot. As you can see, we have the sizzle and we have the steam. Now don't ever worry, because like mushrooms, spinach are the same way in that they are all water. So I might have a giant pile of mushrooms to start, but normally when you finish, you always want to kind of cut it in half, like 50%. So if you start with, when we finish, we're going to have half. Now, because we are sauteing with olive oil, what's really important is it's not like you want to soak your mushrooms in olive oil. Sauteing is sauteing, and the word saute in French, by the way, means to jump. So when we flip the pan, which I will in a minute, that means we're jumping the product in the oil or butter or whatever you cook it in. So right now we're just mixing around our mushrooms. What I'm going to do is I'm going to season them with salt. But I really like using more of a coarse salt, because the coarse salt helps the olive oil to pick up the flavor much better. I think it's because the finer the salt, kind of what happens is it actually gets bitter, because salt has a very, very high alkaline content. And even when we're marinating foods, which I'll talk about a lot later, you never want to add salt to a marinade, and if you do, you only marinate it for 20 minutes.